I changed my shirt.
I noticed that. It looks lovely.
I like this one.
It looks like it's tie-dyed, so I like that.
Yeah, it's just got like, I think it was just bleach mistake.
Oh.
But I like
It
that.
works for you.
Yeah, I like
I totally
it.
thought it was a design. I don't know why.
And it goes well with the bandana. So we're going to start again from the top.
Okay.
I know. Can you do me a favor and state your full name for me?
My name is Neal Michael O'Toole.
Excellent. And Neal, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Well, all over the suburbs, South Boston, Cambridge, Somerville. I was born in Somerville Hospital.
And what brought you here to this neighborhood of Cambridge?
It's great. You meet people from all over the world. I'm getting interviewed. I just came back from LA, and LA was really awful. Awful place. Satan lives there. It's bad.
But Boston and Cambridge.
I have so many friends here. You can't make a friend in LA. You know, it's really bad. Go ahead.
So now, in terms of how long you grew up, mostly in Somerville, how did you come to be homeless? What are some of the circumstances that led to?
I don't know. I've just been like a free spirit my whole life. I never really took responsibility. I worked, you know, I was in the military and stuff, but I've already had a problem with alcohol since I was like 15. I don't know, I think it's a good escape. And that's not a very responsible way to live. You know, I mean, and people that are not alcoholic don't understand it. You go, how do they just drink and not do anything? And just, you have to be one to understand it. You know, like, I don't know, when I don't drink, I feel like I'm not even myself. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm, I don't know, bored or something with life, you know?
And 16, that's pretty young to start drinking. And is that when you started drinking heavily?
Like 15, yeah. I even had a bottle of booze in my locker in high school.
And did you ultimately, did your family kick you out because of the drinking?
Did I what?
Did your family kick you out because of the drinking, or?
Oh, no. I didn't get along with my stepfather, and my mother was just kind of concerned with what she looked like, her clothes and her makeup, and they never taught me really anything. I learned everything by myself, and talking to people like you out here. I never really had like a parental guidance. I hitchhiked across country when I was 15. Back in those days, it was just different. You know, like, well, I mean, some of the kids today down here, most of them are dropping dead from the heroin, you know, and I got to get rid of that. You know, like I've said so many times, I can't stand it anymore. You know, I mean, I've done all kinds of drugs, but I never really developed any habit. Just beer and, you know, drinking, and I used to even smoke weed, but I don't even smoke that anymore. I just beer. I'm happy just doing that. I didn't have to do cocaine and heroin and crystal meth and all that stuff. I didn't have to do that stuff. I just did it because I was bored or something. You know, I just did it because it was there, and I was on the streets, and you know, I can't say I didn't enjoy any of it, but I just go, wait a minute, spending every penny. It's too expensive to be a drug addict.
And how did your family react? I mean, it must have been tough for them to find out that you were living here in the streets.
My mother, my stepfather, he was concerned with anything I did. My mother was concerned, but she hates it because she had to worry for all these years, you know, about what if he gets hit in the head by a crazy person while he's sleeping in the park or something, you know what I mean? That's basically, and she always tells me that. I was so worried, you caused me so much pain, blah, 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 you know. And that's why it takes me a long time to call her, because she always ends up nagging me on the phone. And when she does, I'm not ashamed to say it. Click, off. Then I call her like a week later, and she forgets all about it. I go, Mom, every time I call her, I go, Mom, when I call you, can we just talk about nice things? You know who I am. I'm 56 years old now. You know, just let it go. The worrying, you know, and she's got diabetes. She's on her way out anyway, 82 years old. She just doesn't, it's almost like she's worried about me because I'm her son and I'm making her look bad. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And you said you have an older brother and a younger brother, right?
Yeah, my older brother, we don't even speak. He has no feelings. His wife just died like about a year ago, and I loved her. And he didn't even cry at the funeral. He's just like, just hardcore, just nothing, no feelings, like, you know? He keeps him tucked down inside like my grandmother. She was a Nazi, my mother's mother, but she was abused during World War II, you know, in Germany. But he has her personality. She tries to be loving, but she really can't, you know?
And do you feel like they all still care about you? I mean, would living...
My mother does, but I tell her, will you please stop nagging me every time I call, or I won't call back again. I don't care. Then don't call me. I don't care, right? But she cares. But my mother's just weird. I can't. She was abused too. She went from one girl's home to another. She was stranded in bunkers, and she goes, I can't understand people today. Alcohol and drugs. She never did any of that. She couldn't understand why people are like that. I go, Mom, you come from a whole different generation. You know, it's just the way it is.
And I know you mentioned that LA, in your words, sucked, right? Is being, and you had an apartment out there, right?
Yeah, I left.
Tell me about that.
I left the apartment. It was a one-bedroom. It was like a $1,500 apartment. I only had to pay $217.
It's a deal.
Yeah, but I didn't care. I had to come back here. I didn't have one friend there. In a year and 8 months, I couldn't make a friend. My whole life in Massachusetts, I make friends easy. And out there, I couldn't make one friend. No one wants to like hang out with anyone. Everyone's just like plastic or something. I can't explain it. It's just weird. You know, the rich people don't want to talk to you. A lot of the Mexican people can't speak English. And they just stick with the Mexicans, you know? And I don't know. It's just a weird place.
And so that's what makes this area home, is your friends.
Yeah, not just that, but I miss my maple trees and my these are all natural to New England. Well, most of them anyway. In LA, everything, it comes from another country. Because it's a desert on the ocean. That's all it is. When you look at Hollywood Hills, and you see what California looked like when it was natural. It's just shrubby little bushes, desert bushes and stuff. There's no like, but in the town they take care, they water everything. This last year, we had 2 days of rain. In a year.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why this guy named Mulholland, they named Mulholland Boulevard, Mulholland Avenue. I think it's in Beverly Hills. Famous mansions and stuff there. But 1915 or something, he he made the aqueduct to bring water from some lake or something, or the mountains or something, to bring it into LA. And it took him like years to do it. You know, he's like a hero in LA.
Yeah.
Mulholland. He was from Ireland.
An Irishman.
Yep.
Just like you.
Workers. Yep.
Workers. Now, are you a worker?
No, I'm pretty. I'm allergic to anything that resembles manual labor.
There you go. I get that.
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, some guy last night goes, "Hey Neal, can I get another beer? Can I get another beer?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Why not?" I go, "Why don't you go out there with a sign and panhandle, like make some money or something?" "Oh, I got too much pride." First of all, pride in the Bible means it's part of the 7 deadly sins. Second of all, you're asking me.
Right.
You're asking a bum for something, and you're drinking my beers, but you have too much pride to ask someone for money so you can go get your own beer. That's bull.
Right.
You know? It's like, yeah.
And he's part of the community here. What can you tell me about, you mentioned your friends. What can you tell me about the homeless community here? Do you look out for each other?
Oh yeah, some of us, you know. I mean, if I see something going wrong, you know what? I do more on the streets than the police. If I see something going wrong, they don't see it. I see everything in my perimeter. I see everything that's going on. I go, who's that guy over there, you know, sitting there staring at the children in the the playground? Who's that guy over there walking around with his black hoodie on at night? You know, I see everything. That's one thing good.
And you told me everybody knows you, the cops especially.
Yeah, they know me. Well, some new ones have come now since I've been gone. They don't really know me yet, but they'll know me. They'll pour a beer out or two.
And they'll leave you alone. Hopefully, right? So tell me about a typical day. I know you play guitar and you write poetry.
Well, I don't know. I just appreciate being alive for another day, and I love the trees. I like the sky when it's sunny. I never sit in the sun. Can't stand when the sun's hitting my face.